So I've just recently started editing and uploading the Last Jedi rants, commentaries that I actually filmed last year in September. So a lot's changed since then. I've now seen Solo. The episode 9 trailers have been out, of course. The Mandalorian has just started on TV, although we don't have it in this country, so I haven't seen an episode. Um, I'm actually kind of keen to check that out. People are saying good things. Um, but yeah, I've seen Solo. I didn't really rate it. Um, and yeah, the rise of Skywalker trailers are happening. The movie itself is going to be out in a couple of weeks, so I did kind of want to finish off my review, commentary, rant, whatever you want to call it, of Last Jedi. But yeah, I haven't touched it for over a year. Um, so there's not much chance I'm going to finish it in time for the movie. But I thought I'd drop this little update anyway. Um, so yeah, just a couple of thoughts to drop in that I hadn't put in earlier anyway. Um, Overall, I kind of think the sequel trilogy messes up the ending of Return of the Jedi. I didn't really say much on that in those rants. Yeah, I. This is a weird thing of mine. I say rant, and apparently I'm wrong. It sounds it sounds like the English way of saying it to me, but I keep getting corrected by everyone who shares my accent that it's supposed to be rant. I'm going to naturally say rant every time I say it, but I'm wrong, and I know it. It's just like I can't say rant for some reason. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. So yeah, and the trailer for Rise of Skywalker seems to uh, be another nail in the coffin for Return of the Jedi. So yeah, one thing I did say in my, I'm going to avoid the rant thing, my commentary was the where you have episode 4, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, which seems to be like, yeah, here we go, the Jedi are back, and then you have The Last Jedi, which is just undoing that. The whole story arc there of, yay, the good old days are back, and so, the good old days didn't last very long. Oh, so that, yeah, that ruins that. But more specifically, Return of the Jedi, the ending of it is it's the end of the story, and it's the big happy ending, and everyone gets their happy ending. You have um, Luke faces Vader, brings Vader back to the light side, and Vader kills the Emperor, throws him down the hole, and he's dead, and it's the end of the Empire. Um, Han and Leia finally get together, they're in love, and it's like, yeah, happy, they're going to get married, and happily ever after, that whole thing. Luke's now the first of the new Jedi, Leia's going to be the second, they're going to, they might have their children will become Jedi, or they're just going to, Luke's going to have his academy as he has in the expanded universe, and he's going to train more Jedi, and it's going to go back to being the old, it's going to be the New Republic, the rebel leaders are going to be the new Senate, and all of that, and it's all yay. Coruscant is no longer under Imperial control. You see that in the remasters, and happy ending, happy, good, lovely way to wrap up the series. And then the sequels roll around. Han and Leia are split up. Han's story arc has just been. He started out as a smuggler, and then he learnt responsibility and friendship, and that things are more important. And he became a general in the army, and he's a contributing member of society. And then Force Awakens, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just gonna be a smuggler. Go back to square one. Oh, so that's ruined. He's had a messy divorce with Leia. They broke up over their son turning to the dark side, and it's miserable. Luke tried to set up the Jedi Academy, that got destroyed, and now he's a bitter old man on an island by himself. So that part of the happy ending didn't take. The Empire was destroyed. No, there's Empire version 2, bigger and badder. So that part of the ending didn't take. And now with the trailer for The Rise of Skywalker, and you have Palpatine turning up, like, oh yes, now my plan's going to kick off. So apparently Palpatine's back, so throwing him down the hole and seeing him explode and leaving on the Death Star as that exploded into tiny little pieces that didn't take. You see them on the ruins of the Death Star, so somehow the Death Star being obliterated didn't take. I mean, I guess it makes sense that some pieces weren't all just granulated into atoms. I guess it makes sense that were chunks of stuff, but still, yeah. So, yeah, everything about the happy ending in Return of the Jedi is just, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Back to the status quo of Episode 4, or the middle point of the horrible Empire Rebels war. All of that. So yeah, really that's part of the mess, really. And I think I've said this before as well, that I preferred what the expanded universe did before it got erased, cancelled out, where they went on from Return of the Jedi, and like, okay, here's the Empire mostly dead, but there's still a general over here, and now they all want to be the Emperor, and they're all kind of fighting amongst themselves while also trying to take back power, and it's kind of a swaps to roles thing. The rebels are now the Republic, and the Empire are now technically the smaller force who are kind of acting like the rebels, and it's a different dynamic, but like, oh, how do they handle being in each other's shoes? And it's more interesting, it's a bit more fresh. So they should have gone down that route. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to carry on with the commentary. I want to, but I doubt it will be done before the last movie comes out anyway. Especially at the it's been 2 hours, and I'm 20 minutes into the film. So at that rate, who knows? There was definitely some things I wanted to look at, like the fight scene, Rey and Kylo versus the Red Guards, about how terrible that is, about how, like, clearly they wanted to do a thing that was reminiscent of Episode 1's awesome battle, which is like one of the best lightsaber battles in the saga, stylish wise and everything. So they want to do something like that, but they just failed. Like the difference being, every time Darth Maul or Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon swung a saber, they were going for a kill shot. They were going for a hit. And the sabers would clash, and it was either a hit or a parry or a dodge or something like that. But in this Praetorian Guard scene, Rey, you can see like the guards waiting their turn. Instead of all going in, they're like, okay, one's going to go in, the rest are going to wait their turn. But while they're waiting, they're just spinning their weapons, because, I mean, if you don't look too closely, I guess it looks cool. Everyone's spinning and jumping and dancing and doing fancy things. It's like, oh wow, look how amazing it all is. It's really, wow, well choreographed. But it's just, no, it's a guy standing in the corner spinning his stuff, and it's just distracting. And then you've got the main hero's plot armor is on thick. They're just in no danger in that scene whatsoever. Whereas Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, they're actually, they're dodging and blocking, and they are in danger the whole time. Qui-Gon dies. But yeah, if you look, you've probably seen it before, but there's one point where one of the guards he's just about to attack, but instead of attacking, he throws away his weapon and then goes in and then gets killed. Why would he throw away his weapon? Only plot armor that was only plot armor. But the worst one, again, something you've probably already seen, is Rey versus a guy who's got two knives. He blocks the saber with one knife, and he goes for a kill shot to swipe her stomach open with the other one, and that would have been it. She would have been dead. But you see the knife come down, and as his hand goes behind her, just like an empty fist comes out the other side, where some clever person has edited the knife out of his hand. That, like, they saw it while they were editing, like, oh, she would have died right there, but she's not supposed to die. I better delete the weapon that he was holding. it's insane. It's insanely bad. It's just the worst. There's no defence. Um, it's awful, awful. Um, so oh yeah, there's plenty of other stuff that I wanted to talk about as well. So if I do get to go through the movies like I have been before, going by minute, we'll bring out as much stuff as we can, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, yeah, there's plenty of other places that you can see stuff like the oh, I can't remember the guy's name. That's terrible of me. He did a whole re-edit of the movie, and it's how it's available now. He spent ages on it, putting Admiral Akbar back into the movie, um, to make sense of the whole thing of like why they couldn't tell Poe and the other people the plans, why it was, you know, sorry, yeah, well, partly why kill off Akbar off screen. Nobody needs that. Partly the whole thing of, you know, it's just the purple-haired woman telling him, no, you're a man, so you don't get to have an opinion on this thing. I'm in command. You do what I say, which is like, you know, why exactly? Why? But yeah, he gives a proper reason. He said, has Akbar come out and say, we think there might be a mole on board, so we're keeping our plan like on a need-to-know basis. So only the top-ranking people are going to know. Poe's been demoted to below. Yeah, it makes it just again like a little tweak like that, and it fixes the plot hole. And then you can have the whole like, yeah, I outrank you, so you have to just do what you say for now. And the whole everything makes much more sense. He's made all these little tweaks all along the way, and things make a lot more sense, and it's great. Um, so yeah, I wanted to talk about all that kind of thing, and maybe we'll get to it at some point. But just for now, this was just a tiny little update to fill the gap, just in case I don't get around to it. But okay, thanks for watching. Bye.